You already know my status. The sage up in here. Man. What's going on out there in the YouTube world? Let's see who up. Like, let me do a quick little video real quick. Little YouTube on they BS. Yup, early in the morning. Peace to everybody in the chat. Peace to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I've been burning the stage down lately like crazy. I got the whole crib smoky. The whole crib is smoking right now. Word up. But yo, man, I'm up early. It's early times right here, son. You know? Dealing with the higher time, man. You're dealing with that higher time. 9 days is really 1 day. Know what I mean? Ain't no 24 hours in a day, man. 9 days is 1 day. There's different time frames. They tell you 24 hours in a day, but a full day ain't got nothing to do with night. You got 12 hours in this daytime and 12 hours as night. But a full day is supposed to be 24 hours. A full night's supposed to be 24 hours. But that's a different type of time. You know what I mean? A full day is 9 days. Days get clocked different. Our days shouldn't be getting clocked like them. But y'all already know what it is, man. We're gonna be talking. What we gonna talk about, man? We're gonna be talking about why the beast is exempt from punishment. Specifically when they kill so-called black people. You know what I mean? I was on the phone one of the guards earlier today. You know what I mean? We were talking about I had mentioned a video I did back talking about what was the title of that video, man? Somewhere along the lines how hoes is being used to turn guys gay. You know what I mean? Somewhere along those lines. How hoes are being used to turn guys gay. So I was just basically giving them the gist of how that's being executed. And most people that hear that, they be like, "Yo, what you mean what you mean how hoes is being used to turn guys gay? Like, speak on that." Cause y'all know I be peeling back these layers, man. And hell yeah, hoes is being used to turn guys gay, but I'm gonna be brief with it. You know, it's in the archives. You could check it out. But to be brief, these hoes, they have a lot of sex. And you gotta know that hoes do not exercise safe sex. Or what they would call safe sex. Which, wearing a condom is not even safe sex. That's the illusion of safe sex. You know what I mean? You know, it's like it's really like you're having artificial sex. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna speak the language. They don't exercise safe sex, so they have a lot of unprotected sex. And a lot of these guys, they be, busting off in these chicks and all that. And we all should know this, that these whole temple is filthy as hell. Filthy, son. You know what I mean? They let any and everybody up in between. It don't matter. It's like they don't have no parental advisory, son. Or should I say soulful advisory when they're dealing with these dudes. You just let them in. It don't matter if these dudes are sniffing coke, smoking crack, shooting heroin. They got these bad diets. So they dirty. It don't even matter if they just jumped out of something 4 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? They ain't bathed nothing. They just about to slide back in something else. You know what I'm saying? So the type of lifestyle that these hoes live is a corrupt lifestyle. So you know that their womb is extremely polluted. Extremely polluted. They assume that if they wash or if they douche, that means that their womb is clean. Hell no. If you vibrate in low, you have a dirty vagina. Straight up. Because all of that is incorporated in a low vibration. You know what I mean? But so all these guys, they be smashing it and they be ejaculating up in these chicks. And since these chicks is dirty, it takes months for traces of a man semen or a meat pistol juice to fully be relieved out of a woman's womb. Since they have so much sex with so many different guys, it's like their vagina becomes a station for all of these different strands of semen. All of these different strands of semen, all of the toxins that be leaking out of these guys' meat pistols when they sweating, when they having sex. You know what I'm saying? All of that get stored in the woman's vagina. And since she ain't bathing, when the next guy slide in, his meat pistol now gets tagged with the previous guy genetic strand. You know what I'm saying? Now we all should know this, that another man's meat pistol juice should not even come nowhere close to another man's meat pistol juice. You know what I mean? There should be no contact with a man's juice on your joint. But since the beasts know there's a bunch of guys out there who won't allow that to happen. Like if the beast was, even though you got some fruitcakes, I ain't talking about them fruitcakes. I'm talking about the ones who's like, the beast was to come to them and be like, yo, I want you to, you know what I'm saying, put this guy meat pistol juice on your joint. He'd be like, man, hell no. You know what I mean? Get the hell out of here. But if he uses a medium known as a woman's vagina and she's a whore, you know what I'm saying? That would be the medium where he could get that exchange to take place. You know what I'm saying? That would be the medium. See, they would never even be, the guys who's blazing the chicks, they would never even be thinking like that. Because in their thirsty mind, they about to beat. They don't care if she just blazed somebody else. They just about to beat. They not thinking about the next man's or the men. I ain't even calling no men because they all clones. You know what I mean? They ain't thinking about the next guy or the bunch of guys that she's laid with. She ain't cleaning herself properly. You know what I'm saying? Still got those traces of the guy's meat pistol juice on her wound. So now when he beat, he got all those traces on his joint. And you know the skin, it works two ways. The organism, what they call the skin, it works two ways. It absorbs and it secretes. You know what I mean? It absorbs and it secretes. So from the moment you go in, even if you're wearing a rubber, it's still juice that get on and it gets absorbed in. You know what I'm saying? You think it's a coincidence that guys who deal with hoes, when they argue with other guys, they always say, suck my you know what. That's not a coincidence, son. It's not a freaking coincidence that guys who deal with hoes, when they argue with other guys, they be like, yo, suck my you know what. Now, ain't no real man will tell another man to be like, suck my you know what. But because they are being converted into that vibration by dealing with the hoe, they don't really know what's, they can't really identify what's taking place. You know what I'm saying? So these hoes out here, as I stated before in that video, a whole purpose is to make sure that communities do not get built. That's the purpose of a hoe. You know what I mean? As I stated before, whenever you see hoes walking around in a neighborhood is an artificial community. You know what I mean? A neighborhood is an artificial community. Whenever you see hoes walking around in a neighborhood, then that means, because you know they look at neighborhoods as communities, but whenever you see these hoes walking around these neighborhoods, the beast knows that that area would never unite, because the nature of a hoe is to keep family from co-joining. That's why you got these hoes out here They go harder after married men than they do regular men. Or single men, should I say. They go harder after dudes who's married than dudes who's single. Because their purpose is to destroy. You gotta know that hoes, they participate in blood sacrifice by way of killing babies. This is what hoes do. Hoes is a network of blood sacrifice by way of executing babies in the abortion clinics. It's not a coincidence that hoes are in abortion clinics. Abortion clinics is legalized blood sacrifice chambers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the purpose of the hoe. You gotta know these things are orchestrated in layers. You know what I mean? It's orchestrated in layers. So as I stated in that video I did a while back, talking about what's the purpose of the hoe, the purpose of hoes. That's their purpose. Their purpose is to make sure that guys never make it to manhood. You know what I mean? Now I know it said that when you're young, you growing up, you deal with certain chicks and all that, and it basically teach you about when you're dealing with certain girls. It's like they train you on who not to be with. Hoes teach you who not to be with. You know what I mean? By way of how they act. Because ain't no real man would be advocating a woman moving like how these chicks is moving these days. You know what I mean? Ain't no real man will want to be dealing with anything like that. That's what the clones would want to deal with. Because they're all about lust. They're all about the itch. So they will show you who not to be with by how they behave. You know what I mean? So they being used to make guys gay. To be all of this, you gotta know all of this is orchestrated by the Masons. That's when you're looking at hoes, that's like that's no different than religion. It's no different than Christianity, son, which is like a blood sacrificial cult. That's something I've stated about before in past videos, son. When I was speaking about what religion is. You know what I'm saying? Religion ain't got nothing to do with these gods. You know what I'm saying? Religion is degrees of Freemasonry. You know what I mean? And all of those gods are the sacrificial offering. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at these hoes, when they tag certain people, that person becomes that offering. You know what I mean? Hoes is all about sacrifice. They all about sacrifice. They all about killing babies. They're all up in the abortion clinics. That is a blood sacrificial cult. These damn hoes, these damn strippers. You know what I'm saying? They do those dances to seduce and hypnotize the ones who be letting it rain. Only to sacrifice their babies. And it might look on the surface that they dancing for these guys for money. You know what I'm saying? for materialistic items. That's like perks or little bonus rewards that they would get for sacrificing the babies, huh? Cause ain't nobody up in the abortion clinic like these hoes and these damn strippers killing these babies left and right. You know what I mean? Because that is a sacrificial network that the beast set up to offset the alignment of the God race. Speaking about the carbonated beings. Never mind the humans doing what they doing, but that's what they about. But the God race got caught up in the madness. You know what I mean? So now notice that the hoes, the beast protect them, even if they wrong. Notice that the beast protect the hoes. They'll be quick to lock these guys up, put them on child support and all that stuff. Just looking for ways to just violate them. You know what I'm saying? Only because they are protected because they did the sacrificial offering, just to kill the babies or sacrifice the man in them. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice the man and a lot of these members of the God race. You know what I mean? So the same way how the beasts protect the hoes when they commit the sacrifice, it's the same way how the beast is exempt from punishment when the cops kill them in the street. Because you got to understand, the cops are not killing or murdering black people. It's an offering. Masons don't murder and they don't kill. You know what I mean? They do sacrifices, which is offerings. They offer up offerings. And if it is a worthy offering, they will be exempt from punishment. You know what I mean? When you're looking at these so-called black people getting shot, even though a lot of that stuff be staged, but when you're looking at so-called black people get shot by police and all that stuff, or get hit up by humans and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just has something talking about this guy was jogging. I seen that came across Facebook. I ain't really pay attention to it. They're talking about some guy was jogging and he got killed by two dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's an offering. They don't kill and they don't murder. You got to understand, it's different degrees of sacrifice. Killing is a degree, murdering is a degree, offering is a degree. You know what I mean? They do, pardon me, they do sacrifice by way of offerings, or they do killings by way of sacrificial offerings. You know what I mean? As I've stated before in past videos, the gun that the cops use, it's a sacrificial instrument. The whole design of the gun, it's a ritualistic sacrificial tool. It's a tool that was created to sacrifice. Guns, the guns that these guys, cops be using, all that stuff, that wasn't created to protect. That was created to sacrifice. Those are sacrificial weapons of sacrifice. You go into the dimensions of how they make the gun, you see the type of material that they use. They have sigils all in the gun, from the trigger, you know what I mean, to the hammer, to the pin, to the spring, to the clip, to the bullets. It's all sigils. The whole gun is a combination of sigils. You ever see these movies where these, like a movie like Harry Potter or whatever, and it's like they about to cast a spell and they open up a book and then they start reading all these sentences, and all these sentences got all these sigils in it, and it's strange writing, But you know what I'm saying, and you hear them speaking this language. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you looking at the page and you seeing all those sigils, which is a combinations of spells. Look at all of those sigils that would be on that page, which would be a combination of spells as individual parts that make up the gun. When you're looking at the gun, when you dismantle a gun and you look at all the pieces, look at those pieces as sigils that when you combine it, it forms a spell that they call a gun. You know what I'm saying? And when they use that spell, it's an offering. You know what I mean? It is an offering. So the beast is exempt because it's all offerings that they doing. You know what I mean? They offering up, and as I stated before, the carbon, it's a hell of a component to do rituals. Carbon is a hell of a component to do rituals, man. They show you that they doing rituals. When somebody get clapped in the street by the police, what they do? They draw the sigil around the body. They drop the white cover on the body, the white cloth. You know what I'm saying? The black and white cube, the damn blanket they throw on the body. It's a cube. All blankets are shaped like cubes because your blanket is a sigil. You know what I mean? It's a sigil, son. The cover that they use when they cover up the bodies, or even the blankets that you use when you go to bed. Look at it. It's a cube. It's a sigil. You know what I mean? They even put little cue cards with sigils on it that they tell you is numbers. Notice that the cue cards are shaped like a pyramid. As I stated before, the pyramids were sacrificial altars. You know what I mean? They were altars that they use to sacrifice carbonated beings. I already spoke about why the apex of the pyramid is aloft in the air. Check them archives. You know what I mean? Check them archives. You know what I'm saying? It all deals with sacrifice, huh? You know what I'm saying? They execute offerings. So that's why they exempt from punishment. Because it's not in vain. You know what I mean? It's an offering. They are offering up one of the best offerings that could ever be offered, which is a carbon man or a carbon woman, a real man or a real woman. That is one of the highest offerings that can be offered up. No matter no millions of dollars, no oil, no gold, no land, no resources coming out the planet, no oil, none of that. No salt, no diamonds, nah, none of that. None of that comes close to the offering of a carbon man or a carbon woman. That's the highest, the most prominent offering that can be offered up in this realm. You know what I'm saying? And they are exempt because that's what they doing. See, the God race, they need to, their whole brain waves, the frequency that their brain is vibrating on, they need to change the vibration of their brain because their brain is vibrating in this lock frequency, son. Your brain literally makes a vibratorial noise. It literally does. You know what I'm saying? Your brain is literally vibrating. As I stated before, your heart is vibrating as well. It doesn't beat, it vibrates. You know what I'm saying? But the God race brain is locked into a delusional vibration. They need to change. You know what I'm saying? They need to get out that vibration. Because in order for them to actually know what's really going on, they got to get rid of that vibe. They got to get rid of the vibration of emotions. You know what I mean? They got to get rid of it, son. If you can't get rid of it, then you are a clone. You know what I mean? Straight up. Because the real could intertwine with the fake and then get out the fake. But the fake can't go beyond the fake. You know what I mean? They always gonna be intertwining in the fake. You know what I'm saying? So if people is still to this day talking about, yo man, I don't know, I can't get rid of my emotions, then you are clone. I can't control my emotions, man. Then you a clone. You know, it's like being bipolar. It's like being bipolar, son. They might try to make it seem like being bipolar has to do with being crazy. Like one second you calm, and then the next second you all fired up. You know what I'm saying? You ready to turn up. And they be like, yo, that person bipolar. Normally when you say somebody bipolar, you immediately run the simulation of, oh, that person crazy. They 730. You know what I'm saying? They crazy. They crazy in their head. Nah. Bipolar is somebody who is ruled by emotions. That's it. It ain't got to be when you talking about people that's crazy. That's just one description of somebody who's bipolar. You know what I'm saying? People who are ruled by emotions are bipolar. All the clones are bipolar. They all bipolar, son. They supposed to be ruled by emotions. But the God race ain't supposed to be ruled by that. The God race supposed to have enough vibrations in them to curve the emotions. To be like, you know what, man, the hell with this emotions. You know, you gotta be like Lion-O, son. You gotta be like Lion-O in the Thundercats. Sword of omens give me sight beyond sight. You know what I'm saying? Give me sight beyond sight. In other words, let me see beyond what I'm seeing here. Because they already got all, as I stated before, all the senses. You know, even though it's more than five, and I don't speak the language, they got all your senses locked in an emotional pulse. Give me sight beyond the emotions. Give me sight beyond sight. You know what I'm saying? Show me what's going on. Lionel hold up the sword. You know what I'm saying? The situation that look kind of crazy when he looking at it through his regular eyes. Then he just hold a sword up to his damn eyes. You know what I'm saying? Activate his pineal gland. Because that's what the damn sword of Romans was doing. When he held a sword up under his sword up to his face, and he's like, sword of omens. Pay attention, omen. Give me sight beyond sight. You know what I'm saying? Then you just start hearing that theme music that coming at all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? His pineal gland come online. He start glowing. Now he's looking in. Now he's looking beyond the layer. He's looking beyond the physical into what they would be calling the spiritual. He's going beneath. He's going to the core now, seeing what's going on. Okay, I see how I could deal with this situation now, son. I see this person over here, this person there, that person there. I see what it is now. I know how to deal with it now because I went past the emotions and I activated my pineal gland and I'm seeing what the hell it is now. You know what I'm saying? The God race is like the freak. They talk all. That's why I say these spiritual people, man. They talk all this stuff about the pineal gland, but they sit up there mad emotional, son. You ain't activate your pineal gland, son. You pump faking. You pump faking, son. Because if you really activated your pineal gland, you would know exactly what emotions is. There is no unclicking, son. As I stated before, once it click, it's like riding a bike. Once it click how to ride the bike, there ain't no unclicking. Ain't no riding. You learn how to ride a bike today. You know what I'm saying? Then tomorrow you get up and you like, damn, nah, I can't even ride a bike no more. Ain't like when you like learn how to swim and then you get in a damn pool and you start going underwater and you like, God damn, I'm about to drown, son. I can't swim, I can't float. What the hell going? It ain't no unclicking, son. There is no unclicking, son. You know what I'm saying? There is no they faking, son. They never made the connection. They artificially made a connection. They never made the real connection. When you make the real connection, answers. You start realize you immediately realize you're not looking at questions. You're looking at answers. You know what I'm saying? It immediately hits you. Everything that you see is an answer. There was never a question. You know this when you activate the pineal gland. There's no sitting up there scratching your head. What the hell is this I'm looking at? You automatically know what it is because it's obvious. It's an answer you're looking at. If the vibration or the structure or the hologram has already been designed, you're looking at the signature. The soul could read all vibrations. It's telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking for. That's another thing because a lot of these people be looking for things to be revealed to them in English. You got to understand. I gave the example before. I used the example of the vibration of fear. You could be in an area somewhere and then you just get the vibration that something is going to go down. You just get the vibration like spidey sense tingling. I gotta get up out of here. Something ain't right. It ain't somebody ain't come in your head and said, yo, fam, it's about to go down here in like 5 minutes. You need to get up out of here. Ain't nobody say no English to you, son. Ain't no whatever language the carbonated beings are speaking, nobody came in your head and spoke to you in that language. You immediately recognize the vibration. Immediately, son. Nobody had to tell you no language. This fake language that's going on down here, son. You immediately knew what it was. That's the same template when you activate the pineal gland. You immediately know. You just know. You don't believe like the clones. All they do is believe. You know what I mean? The clones believe. You know what I'm saying? The souls, they know. They know. You know what I mean? This is not even debatable, son. Even some of these scholars out here, they would tell you that once upon a time, the God race didn't used to write down nothing. They would tell you that everything was in their head. You know what I mean? They would tell you that they already knew these things. You know what I'm saying? So it's obvious once upon a time we was able to interpret energy. You know what I mean? This is something that I stated before on Facebook. If you need somebody to translate anything to you, then that means you cannot identify what you are immediately looking at. And you're blind. You are blind, son. Now, I ain't saying, you know what I'm saying, certain people ain't supposed to be putting you up on game and all that. But if you walking around here and you don't know what the hell is going on, son, you need people to constantly translate things to you, break things up to you when you got the senses just like them. Then that means you blind. You blind, son. You know what I mean? You gotta raise the vibe. You gotta raise the vibe. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Oh, so the beast, he's doing sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of them that's doing it, son. You know, the hoes is with him. He protects the hoes. He put them in his stations known as Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Eight is past tense for somebody who digested food. You know what I mean? They sitting there waiting in their Section 8. He already gave them a program artificial consciousness, you know what I mean? All they're gonna do is sacrifice. Even if you have some of them that have a bunch of abortions, and then you would have them, some of them that actually have a son or a daughter, but the way how they would raise them would be to sacrifice as well. You know what I mean? They would raise these. They got some crazy videos. That's how you know the beasts be pushing that damn sacrificial offering vibration. They got some videos on Facebook of these chicks, you know what I mean, smoking and drinking in front of their babies, and they babies is little girls. They got these videos of these little babies shaking their ass to these rap music, and all the damn girls is just sitting there cheering the little babies on. Hoes, training them to be hoes, man. You know what I'm saying? Training them to be a damn demon, a damn wig wearer, son. When you see those wig wearers, they are demons. I don't give a damn what they say. Or I wear it because it makes me look nice, or I like the style, or it don't matter. I'm just wearing it just to wear it. No, you wearing it because you a demon. That's it. You know what I mean? Man, we gotta separate the goddesses from the damn demons. You know what I'm saying? You got a wig or perm in your damn head. You a demon, straight up, and you looking to sacrifice some babies. They a bunch of these hoes is nothing but the baby slayers. You know how many abortions be happening from these damn hoes, man? Man, they be killing millions of carbonated being babies, man. But you cannot tell me that is not a blood sacrificial network. You can't tell me that all these abortion clinics out here, all these abortions that they be having, son, is not a legalized sacrificial, um, a blood sacrificial baby network. Blood sacrifice by way of killing babies, firstborns. Those are like Abrahamic sacrificial chambers, man. You just killing, 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 killing. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Go back out there, get you another victim. You know what I'm saying? To kill, kill, kill. You know what I mean? She's going on that table. She got all that demonic vibration in her. Now these guys, they sit up there, they go up there and they start having sex with her. Next thing you know, she downloading all them vibrations into them, because you know your meat pistol is like a plug. It's like an Ethernet cable. You know what I'm saying? It could download, it downloads and it uploads. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get these when you have sex with these chicks who burning, you get an STD because you uploaded the virus. You upload it. You upload it into your network. You know what I'm saying? Your cellular network. You upload the virus. You know what I'm saying? So the same how you could upload the virus, we tell you you contracted. Pay attention, contracted. You know what I'm saying? A STD. So the same way how you could contract the STD, you know what I'm saying? Upload the STD, you upload their consciousness. You know what I mean? Straight up. So you got the damn hoes out there working against families coming together as one. You know what I'm saying? The dudes is on the same thing. But you know the hoes do it with the abortions and all that and breaking up family homes. The guys now download that same demonic vibration or upload that vibration from these holes that they're dealing with. What do? They gang bang. You know what I'm saying? They break up families and keep families from coming together with the gun violence. You know, it's all part of a blood sacrificial network that these Masons is orchestrating, son. You know what I mean? I stay before the Bloods and the Crips is all Mason. It's masonry encoded in all of that, son. Word up. It's masonry encoded. It's masonry encoded in damn near everything on this damn planet, son. You know, damn near everything, son. And this is things that you just know. People be asking me like, "Yo, son, what book you get that from?" I ain't get this from no book. Activate your pineal gland. You see answers. You raise questions because your pineal gland is offline. Your pineal gland come online, you realize there was never a question. It was always answers you was looking at. You just didn't know how to read. You don't know how to read, man. You think reading is just describing the language that they told you to speak, which is a fake language anyway, son. You know what I mean? A fake language. You know what I mean? It's different degrees or levels of reading. So the beast is exempt because it's an offering. You know what I mean? And you cannot be punished when you offering because they giving it up to whatever damn demon they worship. You know what I mean, whatever damn archon they worshiping, whatever underlord, you know what I'm saying, they worship and that's who they offering it up to, son. You know what I mean? They offering it up. The Garways need to realize what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Real ones, not these clones. They need to realize that they're not part of this clone genetics. You know, the alpha and the beta. Something else I spoke about. They be talking about alphas and betas. Like the alpha man supposed to be superior, and then you got the beta man who's supposed to be like a knockoff version. Hell no, the alpha and the beta, they both clones. You know what I mean? Because the alphas would be the first. But when they try to make it seem like they the first, they try to associate one with the original. Hell no. One is the first batch that was created. We the God race ain't got nothing to do with numbers. We wasn't no first. You know what I'm saying? To say we was the first would means we was created. You cannot place something that was never created in a numerical system because the numerical system was created. We not the first. We not even the zero, realistically speaking. We have nothing to do with that. That got to do with the clones. The alphas would be the first batch of clones that we created, which would be the damn Africans. They the motherfucking alphas. Then the betas came after, son. You know what I'm saying? The alpha, you got the alpha male and you got the alpha woman. That's why you had a lot of those African women in the damn Amazon freaking tribe because they was like alpha. They was like the alpha man, but just the woman version. You got the alpha man, you got the alpha woman. You know what I'm saying? And then you got and from the alpha man and the alpha woman, all the mixed with the animal DNA and all that stuff, and some of the higher God's DNA came the human, the alpha human, and the beta human. They all clones. Alpha and beta is clones. Those are different. Nothing but the Genesis experiment. Alpha and beta is nothing but the Genesis experiment, son. You know what I mean? The Genesis experiment. Straight up. So we ain't no first. We wasn't the first ones here. You know what I'm saying? We beyond numbers. Beyond. We don't assign a numerical system which was created to beings who was never created. That's why I stated before, numbers is only created for clones. It was created for clones. It was something that was created to exist in hybrid realms, artificial dimensions, this fake planet. You know what I'm saying? It's fake universe that we're in. Because you can't think about it. When you in the realm of the real, you cannot use, like down here, they would use certain tools to like record or like measure certain things. Like look at it like measuring distance. They would use certain tools to measure distance. But in order for you to be able to measure distance, you would need a starting point. There is no starting point in the realm of the real. So why would we need numbers to measure anything? Not saying that we are not able to utilize the numbers, but it's like when you are in a higher realm, numbers are useless. Numbers are extremely useless when you are in the realm of the real. Is like the example that I gave before when I was talking about when you in the realm of the real, you don't need an airplane. You don't need an airplane. You got the ability to teleport wherever the hell you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But just because, you know what I'm saying, we not using the airplane up there doesn't mean that we can't use it down here. So it's irrelevant for us up there. You know what I'm saying? But down here in Earth, the airplane is something that's beneficial. The same thing with the numbers. Numbers is something that could be used down here because we down here. But we gotta understand the hell with the numbers. Don't get caught up in the numbers. You know what I mean? It's an illusion, B. Straight up. In the realm of the real, there is no numbers. You know what I'm saying? There is no measuring like distance or time. What time is it in the etheric realms? What? Freak are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Did you how many times did you see nighttime on the sun? Just answer that. How many times was there ever nighttime on the sun? You know, as I stated before, daytime happening down here in this planet, that's artificial daytime. You know what I'm saying? This planet always experience nighttime. It's always nighttime on Earth. It's never really daytime on Earth. Never. The illusion is that it's daytime because think about it. If it was really daytime on Earth, then daytime would be indigenous to Earth if it was real. But since the daytime is represented by the sun projecting its energy on Earth, then that means we are artificially experiencing daytime. In other words, it's a freaking simulation. You know what I'm saying? Daytime starts and ends on Earth. But how many times did you ever see daytime end on the sun, which is the real planet? Never. All right. So what time is it on the damn sun? There is no time. That's an illusion like Jesus Christ. I mean, that's an illusion like Jesus Christ. So numbers is irrelevant for the real. For the beast, it means everything. You know what I mean? It means everything to the clones. But for us, it's the God race. You know what I mean? Beyond the God race. You know, I just speak the language and I'm saying the God race for us. We way beyond that, son. We beyond that. Beyond mathematics. What's today's mathematics? Mathematics don't exist in the day. You know what I mean? It only exists in the illusion. Straight up. Straight up. It's something that's used down here. And only down here. You know what I mean? It's things that was created down here. Because we understood what kind of realm this was. Those are like sciences that was needed in this realm. Because, you know, as I stated before, when you're looking at numbers and when you're seeing these contractors building buildings and blocks and cities and things like that, that's like a high advanced version of how you program a quantum computer. You're looking at a different version of programming. When you see them building, when you see them using numbers, the ones and the O's to do all these, like when they get in the string and they measuring how long the block's supposed to be, how tall the building is, and they cutting these windows out and cutting these steel beams and doing all this, that's programming they doing. That's programming. You know what I mean? When you look at it with the overseer vision, you see it for what it is. They are not really building. They're programming. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. That's why they call it loading. Contractors, when they bringing in the materials, what do they call it? Loading. You know what I'm saying? When they putting up a building, they call it building. Those are computer terms. The assets is loading. The assets is building. But because the humans is like an outdated a biological computer, their computational powers is so slow, it takes them years to build or years to load. Look at it like a weak computer. Look at it like you got a weak ass computer and you got one of these high tech video games out right now, son. You know what I mean? Now, people who play video games will even it don't even got to be video games. It could be YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube, it'll happen quicker. Like there's times when you go on YouTube and you click the video and the video look mad pixelated. You can see a whole bunch of blocks where it look fuzzy. It's like the picture isn't clear enough because the resolution is low. Then you gotta wait a while before it starts loading the assets and the picture starts building. The pixels start building on top of each other, start being stacked on top of each other. Now you're looking at the picture look crisp. See, that happens kind of quicker. But with the humans, it takes years because they are outdated software. They are outdated computers. So when they building, they are programming. As I stated before, the Masons called the God the master builders, but the reality is you're not building nothing without programming it first. There's no building that's taking place without a program. You know what I mean? So they are loading data in the quantum computer known as Earth. And this quantum computer got many sections. Quantum quad, 4 poles, 4 Masonic pillars, north, south, east, west. Those are Masonic territories. Those are Masonic pillars. They are not no North Pole, no South Pole, no East Pole, no West Pole. Those are Masonic pillars. Planet Mason. What we used to be running back in the days. You know what I mean? Until we started worshiping these fake gods, these Jesus Allah. You know what I'm saying? This dude tagged me in this picture today on Facebook. When they had Farrakhan standing next to some dude, and he had like this Masonic attire on. And basically, you know, he asking me like, what's the meaning of this? I already spoke about that. I've been told other freakers that religion is degrees of masonry. It got nothing to do with what these people think about, man. But that was something that was created for the humans to give them a sense of morality. You know what I'm saying? That's a program. I done spoke about that in past video. I spoke about the tablets, the 10 commandments, the ones and the O's, the binary system. It's a program. They have to program God in you. You know what I mean? It's not like a really numerical value of 10 commandments. It's the ones and the O's. It's a program for the alphas and the betas. It's a binary system. When you program computers, binary system, they use one and O's. Ones and O's. 1 and O, 10. Commandments. When you program in a computer, you are putting commands in the computer. But this kind of command is putting command in your mints. What is your mints? Your mind. In other words, they was creating a mind. I stated before, the mind is artificial. We got the etheric think tank. You know what I mean? The mind is for the clones. The mind, min, moon. You know what I'm saying? So the commandments was commanding a mind on you, programming a mind on you with the commandments. Because mens, mentor, mind, Latin. We know this. Check them archives, man. Check them archives. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the bipolar is people who is emotional, right? Ain't got nothing to do with being crazy. I mean, it got to do with people who's emotional. It's different. It's different levels of bipolarism, but they just wanted you to see it when they was fully turned up. You know what I mean? People who's always, you got people who be sad then they be happy. You got people who be mad then they be happy. People who be stressed then they not stressed. It's like basically people who just constantly get affected by what's going on. You know what I mean? Yo, this is something that I've stated before, man. Yo, this coronavirus stuff that they got going on right now, son, on Facebook, son. Yo, they revealed on a planetary level how worthless these people's lives is, son. These people talk about they in the crib, they bored, they don't know what to do. You see them doing all types of stupid stuff with their energy, son. These people is like begging for stuff to open back up. They want to go outside. They want to go do this. They want to go do that. These people are showing you, man, that they are thirsty for the simulation. They live to simulate. They showing you that they clones, man. It's what they showing you, son. The beast is reprogramming the quantum computer right now, creating a fake ozone layer with 5G, as I've stated before. You know what I'm saying? A damn net. You know what I'm saying? The guard race supposed to be upgrading their vessels, their cellular network. You know what I'm saying? But instead, they in the crib. Damn, son, I'm bored, son. I can't think of nothing to do. What? Yo, bro. You don't even know how, they don't even know how they snitched on themselves, son. You bored? You can't think of anything to do? You just revealed that you are under mind control, man. You mean to tell me you got nothing in your head? You can't come up with nothing in your head because the simulation is shut down? Bro, you under mind control. You a clone. Either you a clone or you deep in limbo. One out of the two, son. You being bored, can't think of nothing to do, should never come out of your damn mouth, man. What, son? That's something that I expect a human to say that, son. But a member of the God race, bruh, that just goes to show it, man. Listen, son, I stated before, man. They fully intertwined in the matrix, man. They fully won with the matrix, man. They won with the illusion, son. They won with it. The illusion crash, they crash. You know what I mean? The illusion crash, they crash. They should have been on it like, yo, what's going on right now is beautiful, son. You know what I mean? It's like, it's somewhat like a peaceful, you don't speak the language, a peaceful vibe that's just going around the planet. You actually got time to focus on self. You actually got time to focus on your health. You could exercise. You should actually resume living, son. When this ish is taking is from the moment this joint hit. You know what I'm saying? If you were so attached to the matrix, from the moment this coronavirus hit, you should immediately resume living. That's what you should have just did. Resume living. Because when you out there all in the matrix, you ain't really living, son. You should have resumed living. You should have been like, yo, I'm about to go in on my health. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to exercise. Projects that I was always pushing off, always saying, damn, if I had the time, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this is the time to be pulling them projects out. You know what I mean? This is the time to be pulling the projects out. This is the time for you to be going in your damn subconscious mind. Somebody I had asked me what a therapist is. That's an artificial. The therapist played a role of an artificial subconscious entity, son. You know what I'm saying? The same way how I stated before, when you having these dreams, a lot of the times you don't be having dreams. It be spirits hovering over you, and it's like they plug leads, tentacles into your brain because there's conduits in your brain, or your brain is sectioned off into vectors. It's like 13 different compartments that make up the brain, and they plug into certain compartments of the brain, and they feed your brain images, your images. You know what I'm saying? It Certain things that look familiar is because they taking your memories or images that's in your brain and building um an area, a scenery, a theme. So you assume that you're dreaming, but the reality is they set up scenes to extract data. It's like the movie that I was stating about. That movie Inception. They set up scenes to extract data from you. You know what I mean? They set up scenes to extract data to the dream. So, but a lot of times you think you having a dream is a damn spirit hovering over you, son, stealing data, trying to steal data. You know what I mean? But there should never be a time when the member of the guard race be like, yo, I ain't got nothing in my head. I'm bored. Like, what? Man, please, bro. But the hell with all that, son. Hell to the mother freaking no, son. That joint should be unheard of. But you should have resumed, start living. Should have blow the projects, blow all the dust off the projects. You know what I'm saying? Get with the health, start doing things. You know what I mean? Go inside the thoughts and all that. Yeah, back to that therapist joint. He plays the role of the subconscious. See, he's not really there to help you out, by sitting here asking you questions and this and that, and then it's like you sitting there talking to this person, and he's like, okay, well, I think I know what the situation is, and then he's giving you solutions and all that. Nah, man, he's being used as a medium to find entryways into your subconscious mind. You know what I mean? You're granting him access into an area of your brain that is naturally sealing off. It naturally seals off entries. But because you think that you're talking to somebody that's supposed to help you, you don't even know it's like you giving them combinations to vibrations that's never supposed to be revealed to them. You know what I mean? These humans are nothing but spirits inside of bodies, man. They perform witchcraft on so many different levels, man. You know what I mean? But you should never, yo, son. This is the time when you're supposed to be going in on self, son. But then again, members of the guard race, son, they for zucked up in the game, son. Zucked up in the game, B. Hold on for a second. sucked up in the game, cuz. Straight up, B. Hell yeah, son. But yeah, man, the beast, they doing their sacrifices, got their network set up. You know what I mean? The exempt, son. The exempt because it's an offering, son. It's an offering. I know that might sound strange, but you gotta understand. It makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense. So you analyze, understand what's going on. It makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Everything makes sense. Even things that you think don't make sense. It makes sense. You know what I mean? Making sense doesn't mean that it's right. That's something that we have been programmed to see making sense as. That if it doesn't make sense, it ain't right. If it makes sense, it's right. Nah. You gotta see it as results. Once you see it as results, then it would make sense. You'd be like, okay, it makes sense because I'm just looking at results. You know what I mean? I'm looking at answers. I'm not looking at a question. I'm not going to say, why are they doing that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be asking a question. Why are they doing that? There's times I did that, speaking the language. You know what I mean? But I ain't going to be sitting up here asking a question why they do that. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at results. So you're looking at an answer. You're looking at results of a vibration that somebody has adopted. You're looking at the simulation simulate. It makes perfect sense. Results. You know what I mean? Results. Result. You know what I mean? Result. Straight up. A higher version of a cult. You know what I mean? Result. The Zults of Ray. You know what I mean? A higher version of a cult. You're looking at results. You're seeing what it is, son. You know what I mean? You know what it is. You ain't gonna be sitting up there confused. The hell is this going on? You know what I'm saying? When you looking at like same sex and all this fruity loop stuff that they got going on, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense because you're looking at results. You're looking at results of a plan that has been executed. You're looking at results. It makes sense. Nobody intervened with the plan. You know what I'm saying? The guard race still ain't raising the vibe up. That's results. All of that is results of the guard race refusing to raise the vibe. You know what I mean? Straight up. Straight avocados, man. But yo, I'm about to shut this video down, man. Oh, you know what it is, bro? Man, there's a lot of y'all up late tonight, man. Should I say early, man? Yup, what time is it, man? 2:17 a.m. You find out y'all night owls, man. Up early in the morning, man. Early in the morning. Yo, man, I already know what it is, man. It's about raising the vibe, son. I mean, hold on for a second, man. I ain't been doing my intros lately, man. Shout out to the Cash App supporters sending in those donations. Y'all already know who y'all are. Shout out to the Cash App support. Hey. Can't be clapping too loud, son. I mean, these walls is hollow, son.
People listening getting good feed right now, son. Good feed right now. Straight avocados, man. But yo, man, I'm about to shut this joint down. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I already know what it is, man. It's all about raising the vibe. You know what I'm saying? And they not killing or murdering, they offering, son. You know what I mean? They doing offerings out here, son. It don't matter if they talk about somebody getting gunned down or somebody getting stabbed, somebody get hit by a car. You know what I'm saying? Cops choke hold somebody, body slam somebody, break their neck. You know what I'm saying? Choke them till they pass out and die, whatever, son. Beat them to death in the damn cell. It's all offerings, man. It's all offerings. You know that's why cops get off. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand. You gotta understand what a cop is. You gotta understand that network is owned by the elites, man. You always need to wake the hell up, man. That network is owned by the elites. Those are sacrificial units, man. Reapers. That's what they are, man. They reapers, man. You know what I mean? They follow lunar codes. Ain't no penal code or no pineal code. They following, man. They following lunar codes, man. You know what I mean? They all about sacrificing offerings, son. And they are all under duress. They is like, because a lot of people be like, yo, why the cops just don't come out and say things? The same reason why you ain't coming out and saying nothing. Because you a coward. You know what I'm saying? You running that Jesus Christ program. You looking for one person to come up there and say something. You know what I'm saying? But they under duress. You don't think when they take that. Number one, Masons take oaths. They all took oaths. You know what I'm saying? But you don't think that these cops don't get threatened just like these music artists or these actors. Yo, if you say anything, you already know, man. We gonna violate you. They probably gonna rape their wife, kill their damn kid. You know what I'm saying? They see the type of influence that they got. They've been on missions with certain officers and they frame people and they see how they just set up there and lied and everybody is working in conjunction with it. And they see how they just put people away and just violate people. So they see that. So they like, yo, it's like, they in it. You know what I mean? They in it, son. They can't. You know what I'm saying? They is like unless they ready to unless they ready to guard up. But it gotta be, see, they gotta realize is like it's something that I was speaking about, the energy, son. They keep defibrillating energy by way of constantly doing these rituals, man. You know what I'm saying? All the guard race gotta do is just do it one time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they so accustomed to seeing the same BS that they expect it to happen. You know what I mean? But if we start creating energy, because you could create energy, and by the way how you behave, you create vibrations in the planet. You know what I mean? And the planet would hold that energy, son. And there's certain times where people can move through that space and pick up that energy. That's why they got certain areas like the beasts. They would have certain areas where they fought wars or something historical happened. They will turn it into like a landmark, and then it'd be a whole bunch of people come over there and they will talk about, well, I'm just being here right now, and it's like I could just sense the energy. I could sense. The humans would be like, I could just feel. I feel like I'm actually here, like I'm here in the moment when this actually took place. That's because that energy is that signature is sealed in that part of the planet, son. It's sealed in that part of the planet. You know what I'm saying? So the guard race, who but the guard race have the authority and have the ability to seal energy in the planet, son. Never mind these coons standing on a damn podium doing that fake seal, that lunar seal. You know what I'm saying? We need them solar seals in the damn planet. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna reverberate through the damn planet and it's spread like a damn virus. Wake up the damn guard race. You know what I mean? But these cops, they can't say nothing, son. They all on their oath, just like the Illuminati. You ain't gonna hear an Illuminati member come out and say, "Yeah, I'm down with the Illuminati. I do this and I do that. I do this and do that." They on the oath. They knocking your family off. They knocking your kids off. They gonna violate. You know what I mean? And they gonna make it look like a plane crash, or your damn engine blew up on the highway, or somebody. You know what I'm saying? You went into a gas station. Somebody robbed you. They'll make it look like that, son. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they under duress. You know what I'm saying? But see, the thing with these cops, they're gonna be in for a hell of a surprise when they come out their body, which is what they would call death. You know what I mean? They're gonna be in for a hell of a surprise. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I'm about to shut this video down, man. I already know what it is, yo. It's all about raising the vibe, raising the vibe, raising the vibe, raising the vibe.